Hello friends, myself Dr. Dinesh Bhutada, practicing as a dermatologist, cosmetologist, trichologist, laser specialist in India since last 20 years. I have done my LLB also and also doing the medical legal practice. At the same time, I am an editor of 3 newspapers called as Skin and Hair Times, Saundarya Varta and Saundarya Mantra. And I am running a chain of clinics by the name Skin India in India. And at the same time, I am doing the teleconsultation, telemedicine also. So in today's topic, in today's course of what's new in cosmetic dermatology, basically dermatology in initial days it was only restricted to skin and venereal diseases, but over a period of last 20 to 30 years the new things are came in dermatology. First, the cosmetology has introduced in the dermatology, trichology has introduced in the dermatology, and nail arts, slimming treatments and all other new treatments are introduced into the dermatology, and then hereafter the dermatology is growing like anything. Now I am going to discuss in this video module regarding the what's new word treatments in the cosmetic dermatology. So now hereafter we will be discussing what's new in cosmetic dermatology. Hello friends, in initial days in dermatology only the surgeries, dermatosurgeries were involved. Now that because of cosmetology approach and laser approach and instrumental dermatology, there are new branches in dermatology, which there is a 2 types of cosmetic dermatology in dermatology: invasive cosmetic dermatology and non-invasive cosmetic dermatology. So here we are dealing with what are the newer procedures in cosmetic dermatology. First, the Elman radiosurgery. This Elman radiosurgery, in Elman radiosurgery, radio waves are used. Radio waves of 2.8 megahertz and 4.8 megahertz are used. This is the bloodless, painless, scarless cosmetic surgical procedure in dermatology. By this, we can avoid the lateral destruction of the normal tissue by this instrument. So this is one of the good boon very much used in cosmetic dermatology, and because of this all dermatosurgical procedures are now become the office procedures. But when you are using the Elman radiosurgery, there is no need to give the injectable anesthesia. By topical anesthesia we can treat the skin diseases, we can remove the sebaceous cyst, we can remove the tags, warts, moles, birthmarks with the Elman radiosurgery. So this is the boon to the dermatology. This in Elman radiofrequency, as I told you, it's a bloodless, painless, scarless procedures, and n number of dermatosurgeries can be done with this Elman radiosurgery. Now I am going to show you few videos of Elman radiosurgery, how simple it is and how an office procedures make more effective in this Elman radiofrequency machines. Topical anesthetic cream is applied. This is a case of sebaceous cyst. We are going to do the Elman radiosurgery on this patient. Topical Primla cream is applied. This is the radiosurgery machine. This is called puncturing of sebaceous cyst with the radiosurgery machine. You can see the cyst is punctured and now sebum is coming out. You can see the sebum material is coming out of the cyst. this small pinhole we are going to remove the cyst. This is called pinching of the cyst from the base, and everything comes out. This is the extra finger. Now we are going to remove this extra finger with the Elman radio surgery machine. Another, now the lasers are added into the cosmetic dermatologies. There are many lasers, for example VPL lasers, IPL lasers, diode lasers, QC-Gendiac lasers, and n number of CO2 lasers. N number of lasers are used in the dermatology. As all of you know, the CO2 laser is the surgical laser, and all other lasers are non-invasive lasers. In this non-invasive lasers, inbuilt chilling is there, so there is less chances of burning, there is less chances of pain and less chances of irritation while doing the procedures. This VPL or IPL laser and diode lasers, these are mostly used for the hair removal treatments. When there is unwanted hair growth on the body, by this unwanted hair growth we can remove with the both combination of IPL laser and diode laser. In IPL laser, other than hair removal treatment, we can do the laser facial treatment, we can treat on the acne, we can treat on the wrinkles, and for regarding hairs, we are more dealing with the vellus hairs in the IPL laser, and diode laser is mainly used for the coarse hairs. Whenever patient is having the coarse unwanted hairs, that can be very well removed or very well reduced by the diode lasers. So when we combine both IPL and diode lasers for hair removal treatment, the results are very best. You have to do the sessions after every 15 to 20 days, and minimum 10 to 12 sessions are required for the desirable result. So this is a very big boon for the in dermatology and what's new in cosmetic dermatology. So now I am going to show you some videos of IPL laser and diode lasers to understand how the procedures is done. Another one is the YAG laser. This QC YAG laser, it is having two wavelengths, 532 and 1064, and this is mainly used for the removal of all type of color pigments from our body. For example, if you have a green tattoo or red tattoo, black tattoo, those can be removed with the frequent sessions with the YAG laser. This is also used in the birthmark in case of melasma, and this YAG laser is also used as a carbon peel laser for skin whitening, and n number of indications are done with the YAG lasers. This is again a non-invasive laser, and this is a very patient friendly and doctor friendly laser in cosmetic dermatology. Again, I am going to show you few videos of YAG laser used on the melasma, YAG lasers used on the tattoo removal, and YAG lasers used on the birthmark. can see this RY280 Q switch YAG laser. You can see the lasers is fired on the tattoo. This tattoo pigment get defragmented. 4 to 5 sittings are required for the complete removal of tattoo. This is a case of Baker's nevus. You can see the Baker's nevus on the right arm. We have done 4 to 5 setting of YAG laser, and with this YAG laser you can see the change in the Baker's nevus. You can see in this area the Baker's nevus is completely healed. Now this much part is remained. Hair color. The black hairs of the Baker's nevus are turning white with the lesser. Another the boon to the newer therapies, newer advanced therapies in cosmetic dermatology is the cryotherapy. In this cryotherapy, we use the liquid nitrogen. Liquid nitrogen is used at the minus 196 degrees centigrade. By this cryotherapy, we do the cold freezing or cold necrosis of the tissue. And we can do n number of treatments with the cryotherapy. We can treat benign and malignant skin lesions with this cryotherapy. We can treat the warts. We can treat on the tags. We can treat whenever we require a mechanical injury on the skin. We can do with the cryotherapy. Non-surgical microdermabrasion or non-surgical skin injury we can do with the cryotherapy, and that helps to stimulate the melanin pigment. So n number of indications. It can be used in the acne. In cryoslush, we can treat the acne. In cryotherapy, along with the intralesional steroids, gives a very good results in the keloid treatment. So again, this cryotherapy is one of the newer advances in the cosmetic dermatology. Here again, I am going to show you few videos of cryotherapy on keloid and cryotherapy on acne and cryotherapy on the removal of corn. Keloid is a body tendency. The patient has the tendency of formation of the keloid. Where there is a breach in the skin or where there is a tear in the skin, you find the keloid lesions. If you replace the keloid with the cryotherapy, intralesional steroid and silicone sheet, at the same time you have to take the precaution for the prevention of new formation of the keloid. This is a case of keloid. You can see the keloidal lesions on the chest and at the same time it's on the shoulder. Now we are going to plan a cryotherapy on this patient. This is the liquid nitrogen gun with liquid nitrogen in it. This is the roller. Nitrogen can. We are doing this cryoslush treatment for the acne vulgaris. This is the liquid nitrogen popping is done on the acne vulgaris therapy. Another is the PUA therapy. This is the very basic treatment in dermatology. PUA therapy, psorialine ultraviolet A therapy and UVB targeted therapy. This PUA therapy is used in the vitiligo for the treatment of psoriasis and for the treatment of alopecia. We can do the whole body PUA therapy, we can do the targeted phototherapy, and at the same time we can do the UVA and UVB both combined therapy in different skin conditions. So this is again old version but with new advances in the cosmetic dermatology. Another newer therapy in cosmetic dermatology is the cavitation therapy. In this cavitation therapy, we do the ultrasonic lipolysis. By this ultrasonic lipolysis, we do the destruction of the fat cells, and this destruction of fat cells helps in the melting of the unwanted fat, and this fat is excreted through our sweat, and it is circulated in the lymphatics, and it is also excreted through stools, and urine. So this is a newer therapy which is non-invasive for the destruction of localized fat, and this is the alternative to surgical weight loss treatments, and this is a very useful treatment in the slimming procedures, and at the same time slimming and tightening of the skin. So this is one of the newer advance again for the in the cosmetic dermatology. So again I am going to show you one video, or how I will give you the demonstration how the fat cells broken down and it is excreted by in this cavitation therapy. Hi, I am Dr. Dinesh Bhutada. Today I am going to demonstrate you how to do the cavitation machine. This is a cavitation machine. This is used for the fat and weight loss. I am just going to demonstrate you how the fat melt. This is the soap. We are just putting a soap in a glass of water and see how the fat melts. You can see the fat from the soap is melting. In similar fashion, the fat from the human being is melted and it is excreted. After this, we are going to show you the procedure of cavitation. Another new advances in the cosmetic dermatology is the microderm abrasion. Derm skin abrasion, there is a cleaning of the skin by the micro level. This microderm abrasion is the basic tool in the dermatological procedures. We just clean our dead layer on the skin of the face, back, and from the skin, and this once this removal of the dead layer of the skin helps in the rejuvenation of our skin. And this is also one of the important therapy which is also used in the scar correction, which is also used for the as a skin polishing and for the glowing of the skin, for the removal of dark spots. So again I am going to show you one video of the microderm abrasion on the acne scars. Today I am just doing microderm abrasion, skin polishing with Minivac Eclairus procedure. This is the Minivac machine. This microderm abrasion is done for the pigmentation and scar treatments. Another newer therapy in cosmetic dermatology is the AccuGel therapy. In this AccuGel therapy, we use the ultrasonic waves, and these ultrasonic waves helps us to collagen resynthesis, and this is also used in the removal of under eye pigmentation, for non-surgical facelifting and non-invasive wrinkle correction with the AccuGel therapy. So this is also one of the therapy which is used in the cosmetic dermatology, and again I am going to show you one video how to do the AccuGel on the under eye pigmentation. This is a case of under eye pigmentation. Today we are going to do the AccuGel therapy for under eye pigmentation. The ultrasonic gel is applied on the pigmented area, and we are going to do AccuGel therapy. Another instrument called the hair scan or trichoscan. This is also one of the good tool to have the good analysis of hair. Whatever we are not able to see with our naked eye, we can see with this hair scan. This hair scan gives us the clue regarding the density of the hairs on the scalp, regarding the hair follicle, regarding the appearance of the hair follicle. At the same time, severity of dandruff, whether there is any lice involved, whether is the involvement of seborrhea, folliculitis, and this give a good scalp analysis and which help us to plan the scalp treatment. So again I am going to show you one video which will demonstrate how to do the trichoscan or hair scan. This is a hair and skin scanner. We are going to do the scalp and hair analysis, skin and hair with this machine. You can see this is the bald area of the patient. We can take the photographs of this patient if we require, and if we want to store in the. You can see the small follicles from which the tiny hairs are erupting. So another newer advances in the cosmetic dermatology is the eye grow laser. Eye grow lasers, in this light emitting diodes are used, and these light emitting diodes are helpful for the normalization of the hair cycle, and this helps to stop the hair fall and also helps in the hair growth. So this is also one of the good tool, eye grow laser, which is non-invasive and used for the treatment of hair fall. Again, I am going to show you one video how to do the eye grow laser treatment. For vitiligo is the biggest problem in dermatology. Though it is a non-painful disease, though it is a disease but our society has not accepted this disease, and patient have much anxiety, much phobia, and he is in the depression with the disease. But nowadays there are a lot of newer treatments available for the vitiligo. The treatments available for vitiligo is the PUA therapy. By this psoralen and ultraviolet A and ultraviolet B rays, again we are going to stimulate the melanin pigment, and that help in the treatment of white patches. Newer therapy has also arrived, cryotherapy. If you do the superficial cryotherapy on the vitiligo patch, it gives the injury to the skin, and this injury to the skin gives the stimulation to the melanin pigment, and the pigmentation start appearing on the white patches. Punch grafting and skin grafting are also dermatosurgical tools which are used for the vitiligo treatment, and it also gives a very good results. Again, we can do the cosmetic tattooing with the skin color for the vitiligo patches. Again, we can do the melanocytic culture treatment. Derma rollers are also used for on the vitiligo patches. Again, these derma rollers gives the injury to the white patch, and this injury due to the superficial injury helps in stimulation of melanin pigment. And again, the targeted phototherapy, excimer lasers. These are the few newer therapies which are used in the vitiligo. I will show you some videos which are on which different therapies are used on the vitiligo. For hair treatment, now if we once we do the scalp analysis of the hair, then we have to plan the hair treatment, and there are n number of hair treatments. In non-invasive hair treatments, we can do the eye laser, we can do the PUA therapy, we can do the cryotherapy, we can do the oxy hair therapy, and we can do the derma roller therapy. And in the invasive therapies, we can do the PRP treatment, we can do the hair transplantation therapy, we can do the mesotherapy. These are the n treatments, n number of treatments for the hair. So I'm showing you one video in which the combo therapies are done on the hair patient. This is a case of diffuse alopecia. Now we are going to do the PRP treatment in this case. This is the platelet rich plasma. We have taken the blood sample, and after centrifuging we have just collected the platelet rich plasma. We will fill this plasma in the insulin syringe and we will give in the bald area. We will prick in the bald area. Before doing the procedure, we are cleaning with the betadine. Now you can see we are filling the PRP in the 2 cc needle, 2 cc syringe. In this 2 cc syringe we are filling the PRP, and with 26 gauge needle we will prick in the patient site.
Super long.
Yeah, you can see the PRP is filled in the syringe, and now we are starting the PRP treatment. You can see one prick after another prick at adequate distance. We are inserting the PRP solution in the bald area. There is no pain to the patient. Patient applied topical anesthetic cream half an hour before the procedure. This procedure is to be repeated. This procedure is to be repeated after every 3 to 4 weeks. You can see the visible results after 2 to 3 sessions. आप देख रहे हैं डिफ्यूज एलोपेशिया की केस है जहां हम पीआरपी ट्रीटमेंट कर रहे हैं. Another advances in the cosmetic dermatology are the chemical pills, also called as skin rejuvenation treatment. Alpha hydroxy acids, beta hydroxy acids, and polyhydroxy acids are used in these chemical pills. Glycolic acids, lactic acid, mandelic acid, salicylic acid. These are used for the treatment of acne. These are used for the treatment of PIH. These are used for the treatment of pigmentation and also for the skin glowing. And this is the basic office procedure in dermatology. And another one is the electroporation therapy. In this electroporation therapy, we do the non-surgical penetration of medicines in the skin. If we want to penetrate the kojic acid or vitamin C serums or stem cell serums into the skin, we can do the electroporation therapy. We can penetrate those solutions into the skin with the help of electroporation therapy. As all of you are aware of the derma roller therapy. Derma rollers, again, this is used for the scar correction. There is a collagen resynthesis. This is also used for the skin glow therapies, and this is also one of the very handy tool in cosmetic dermatology. Nowadays there is the oxygen bars. As all of you know that we are not getting 100% pure oxygen, so oxygen cylinders are used in this oxygen bars, or oxygen concentrators are used, and directly pure oxygen is inhaled, and this also help in the skin treatments. And also there is oxyskin therapy, where the oxygen is forcefully penetrated on the skin. There is a direct penetration of oxygen on the skin, and this also called the oxyskin therapy. Chromotherapy. Now the different rainbow color lights are used in this chromotherapy, and this chromotherapy also helps to rejuvenate your face, and this also helps in the glow of the face.
This is the BioLight therapy. This therapy is used for the acne vulgaris, wrinkles and pigmentation. There are 3 types of lights in this therapy: yellow light, blue light and red light. Blue light is given for the acne vulgaris, yellow light for the wrinkles, and red light for the face lifting. I will just demonstrate a case of acne vulgaris with blue light. This is called photo rejuvenation blue light therapy for the acne vulgaris.
So all these are the newer cosmetology procedures which are added into the dermatology, and with this newer therapies we can do a lot of better treatments in cosmetic dermatology.